Hello and good evening. Lakeisha McKnight is indeed here. Thank you so much for being a part and listening to this podcast. And it's the Leadership tKO Night Show podcast. And I'm excited for each and every one of you being here tonight. What an exciting weekend. Woohoo! I tell you the truth. It's been just amazing. Many other people, of course, connected has said that they're still on cloud nine. And I'm going to explain to you why they express themselves in such a manner. But if you are indeed new to this podcast is a part of the brand, Leadership tKO brand, that's housed under a limited liability company entitled the International Leadership Education and Development Company that's based in Chesapeake, Virginia. We often find ourselves marketed as LMBI or Lakeisha McKnight Brands International. Some people refer to it as the iLead Company. But the whole agenda, the whole mission of this company as well as the brand is to partner up with small businesses, with associations, with universities to build winning leaders. That's what we do. And a part of this brand, we do have several subdivisions because it's not just the Leadership tKO, but it's Leadership tKO, for example, for authors, Leadership tKO for marketers, Leadership tKO for speakers. We're going to be launching Leadership tKO for believers in 2018. And of course, we did launch Leadership tKO for women at the end of February, early March, while I was in Asia. And so I'm excited to just share with you the fact that we did launch the subdivision, and this is the most active subdivision of them all. Okay. The other ones are steady. They're moving right along. But this subdivision, Leadership tKO for Women, is one that has a lot of juice, for lack of words, a lot of movement to it. And I just want to encourage you just to continue to connect and learn more about what it is that Leadership tKO for Women does. And you can learn more by visiting www.leadershiptkoforwomen.com. That will give you a well-rounded idea of what that subdivision does currently. We have had an exciting weekend, and I say this because with that subdivision, we actually completed the first annual Leadership tKO for Women Convention and Expo. Yes, I know some of you listening right now, you were there, you were part of this groundbreaking event. And I say groundbreaking because we're intending to make this bigger and better every single year. Yes. And definitely God has really deposited several different ideas as to how to really upgrade and move this thing with a lot of power. Amazing things happened during this event, and that's the sole focus for our episode on tonight, is to really give you an idea for those of you who were not in the building, which you probably should have tried to plan to be there. Many people, of course, they want to see some videos, they want to see it, but it's nothing like being present in the venue at the event, experiencing just the connection, the power of connecting, not just on social media. And I think sometimes we lose touch. We focus on social media so much that we lose the whole focus of connecting in person with people. We lose how to be social. And we can rediscover the ability to connect. And I'm thinking about something powerful such as that, rediscovering the ability to connect. Doing a seminar really soon on that. So that's going to be really, really, really powerful. So stay tuned for more information about that. But we had such an amazing time. Many people from throughout the United States did come to this event that actually took place in Portsmouth, Virginia. And we had amazing inspirational speakers to provide us on a wide variety of topics as it pertains to, staying true to your authentic self. Really going out there and launching your business, amazing things, just amazing things. And I'm just excited, elated to be a part and be able to share with you and give you a recap of this. And so in addition to the trainers that we did have there, we also had vendors where men and women were able to shop. And I say men because there are a few good men that were in the building. And I definitely want to give recognition to our campaign, one of the campaign leaders' husbands, Mark. He was also present, the husband of Maricela Messner. She's one of the campaign leaders that helped to really propel this subdivision forward. We want to say thank you so much for his service because he really, really helped us out in a gigantic way on Saturday. So again, thank you so much, Maricela and hubby. But in addition to Maricela, if you're wanting to know, she's also one of the women who helped to propel this subdivision forward. In addition to Cheryl Harris Sutton, tKO Steele, Dr. Remy Douye, and Shalia McDaniel. We definitely want to give a special shout out to Cheryl Harris Sutton and tKo Steele coming all the way from Illinois. We thank you so much for your service and being a part of this project. Cheryl Harris Sutton, you just are dynamic. You're just ready to go when need be. So we appreciate you. Remy and Shalia, we know that your heart wanted to be there, but there are other circumstances that prevent it. So we thank you so much for continuing to help us to propel the project forward. And so what I'm going to just share with you is just that it's important for you to get connected to this brand. If you have not gotten connected, go ahead and do it. It takes 2 seconds. What you would need to do is just simply visit www.born2lead2017.com to get connected. It's a simple questionnaire that you will complete. Hit the submit button, and it's going to take you to a group on Facebook where we're all communing. We're communing there. Okay. And so we're giving you updates about the next event. And yes, we're planning the next event. It looks like the next bigger event, like a conference type of event, is going to take place in Illinois, and it is going to be headed by the campaign leader, tKo Steele. All right. So I know many of the leaders here, we're going to try to be in the building in support of tKo, but we also understand that even in the 757 or the Virginia area, we're looking forward to putting on some seminars, leadership seminars for women. So there's going to be a host of different things. And so when these dates get finalized, we will add them to our scheduler, which is actually on the primary site, which is leadershiptkoforwomen.com. So we're going to be updating that site so you'll know where the events will be and how you can go ahead and register. So be sure to stay connected. And the quickest way to know about events really is when you get connected via the website, born2lead2017.com. So go ahead and do that. And we're going to see you right there inside of the group. But I do want to send a special shout out announcement to, of course, those families who had loved ones to serve in the military in some way, shape or form and who have passed on. We salute you. We salute, of course, the fallen soldiers, of course, who represented and really were there to protect and guide and be there for our country, the United States and all other countries. Thank you so very much for the service of your relative. And even for those who are still active in the military, whether you're still active or you're a veteran, you're alive and still out there. We thank you so much for your great service for this country. So again, it was an amazing event. We're going to be doing much more recaps. We're going to actually have a recap type of video to let you know all of what took place during this convention. I mean, it was just simply dynamic. We had, of course, moments where we came together, we laughed, we had interactive activities where it actually brought women together. Some, of course, had a couple falls. We had a great amount of laughs. We took pictures of us boxing and doing all types of amazing things. And of course, a humbling experience took place at this event, where I was crowned, a leadership crown. I was given a leadership crown for the service that has been completed. And of course, I'm not done yet. As God enables me, I'm going to continue to serve in any capacity that I can, because this is the reason why we're here. We're here to serve. And through this project, of course, serving women. So I definitely encourage you to continue to be connected. We just saw, and it may not be new, but I'm just re-recognizing that country again, that Brazil is, those of you who are in Brazil, you're connected to the brand, and we want to say thank you. But we do want to say thank you to each and every one of the countries that's represented, whether it be the Republic of Korea, China, we did see you up there, Greece, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, Barbados, Canada, of course, several states throughout the United States. We saw Norway up there, Hungary. We saw Sweden. I mean, so many of you, South Africa, we've seen you. We recognize you and we encourage you. Any country in Africa, any country in Asia, any country in Australia, any country, of course, in Europe, get connected. Get connected to the campaign. Represent your country. Represent your continent, right? A part of this campaign. Declare to the world, declare to those with still that patriarch type of mindset. Declare to those who have that religious mindset that women, we are women. And that we were born to lead. And that's one of the biggest agendas, a part of this campaign. But we're also coming together to unify as one body, as far as women, genuinely celebrating one another. And then also, of course, building each other up as great leaders. Okay. The way that we can build in great leaders is through celebration, genuinely. And through love. In the way that you can celebrate, the only way you're going to celebrate is if you love them genuinely. You can't celebrate a sister if you don't love them genuinely, because it will come across as being fake, right? So we don't want that. We don't want negative feelings. We don't want negative mindsets. Okay? We're all about elevating. We're all about edifying our sister. And so thank you so much. Again, this special day being, of course, Memorial Day here in the States. We just recognize the fallen soldiers, women specifically a part of this podcast since we're focusing on women, but of course, all of the men as well. We recognize you in the great service and all of the families that are represented for all the service that you've done. Thank you so very much. But we're going to, of course, wrap it up at this particular time. We're going to come back here tomorrow at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about some great stuff, pioneering women. We're going to talk about relationships, how to really build a connection, powerful connections amongst women. So we're going to talk about some great stuff in the month of June. This is really helping us transition into the month of June. OK, so thank you so much, each and every one of you listening in. Until tomorrow, remember to think, speak, and live leadership.